So I had this idea, right? I want to create a business that's so scalable, so large that sometimes I can't even fathom like seeing myself. Okay, now the fly has to go. I think that's a sign because I should. But I was going to say that sometimes I can't even imagine myself in that space with the business, but I can. It's a big dream of mine. It's something I've thought about for years and years and years. I know it's hard. I know it's going to be hard because it's hard already. So technically, I've already started the business. However, I'm at a small scale right now. It's just me. I've already started my journey in this. I've started the business. However, it's very slow, and I've been inspired to share my journey. So I'm Nakia Pleasant, and here's a little background about me. I'm from Oakland, California, and I graduated from Academy of Art University in San Francisco. I graduated like pretty top of my class in fashion styling. Very proud of that. And I was on a 4-year scholarship. Very chef's kiss. I don't know, like impressive, right? Overall, even though I have my degree in fashion styling, I just love creativity, from video editing, from photography, from coloring, painting, anything that you have to be creative with, I love. And I also love creatives. Like I love having creative friends that inspire me, like creative friends that just get me going, and I love to support them any way I can and help out any way I can. Previously on my channel, I've made a bunch of videos like kind of talking about the basics of how to do stuff, like making a mood board, making an invoice to your clients as like a creative and somebody in the creative field, doing a lot of fashion styling videos, like just all that stuff. And that's something I am very passionate about, just helping creatives, allowing space to create, and just having fun with it. This business is just for me to explore that a little bit more. So here's what's going on with my business right now to catch you guys up to speed before I start dropping all these diary videos. So right now my business is called Fits All Agency. It's a branding and production studio right now, solo, just me, your girl. Fits All Agency is basically a studio that's transforming businesses and the ideas and the dreams of small businesses and even scalable businesses, and bringing them to life and bringing their visions to life to create sellout successes. That's basically my thing. And I love helping businesses. I love branding. I think branding is so important and something I'm very passionate about. And the production side of things, I haven't really dabbled in, but I know I can do it. I just don't have anything to do it. That's something you'll just see later. But before I keep talking about all the stuff that's going on right now, I need to take y'all back and explain to you the why behind this and how I got started and bring you guys up to speed a bit. So this all started when I was I was assisting at this point. I was living in New York 2018, 2019 at this point. And I was working my way up in the styling industry, doing a lot of assistant jobs and here and there. And I was finally allowed to have like my first lead assistant job. And if you know anything about like fashion styling and stuff like that, to kind of be your right hand to a really good stylist and like a stylist that's been in the game for a long time, it takes so much energy out of you. It takes so much work because you're basically doing the whole job. Like, let's just be honest here. And so I was like, you know what? Like, I took this job. It was for Mariska Hargitay, and it was a editorial magazine cover shoot. Like, so many looks, a whole shebang. And it was at Pier 59 Studios in New York. If you know, you know. If you don't, I literally don't. Like, this studio is so beautiful. The camera room is to the ceiling. It has a restaurant inside, and it's like a little oasis. It's so big. The studios are so humongous. people have had fashion shows there, shoot, like actual car commercials there, like just so many things have been shot and done there, and I was so inspired. Even though I was working and stuff like that, I was just so inspired by the space, and I was like, oh my gosh, like they had in-house catering available for the job, people that come on, like it just was so beautiful, and I was like, I need this, I want this, I can do this. Like that's when I realized, that was literally the moment I realized I want this, right? So I'm like, yes. And so if you are really close to me, then you would know, like, this has been one of my dreams, like to own my own studio, and not just own a studio, but have a studio at a scalable size like that too, where it's literally a working well-oiled machine. Fast forward now, but at that time I was broke. I had no idea how I was going to start. I had no skills. I had nothing. I was just styling. Like at that point, all I knew was styling. That's what I was good at. That's what I was known for, all that stuff. I had a good network. I had a lot of I still do have a great network, a lot of people around me that are creative. However, I just had nowhere to start. So the pandemic came around, and I was like, you know what, I need to like do something, like try to start this, like time is ticking. And so I was like, you know what, let me start Made for Us. Now, I don't know if you guys know about Made for Us. If you follow me, I didn't really put a lot of that journey up on YouTube, but basically I started a clothing brand called Made for Us. It was kind of like inspired by like Joe Fresh Goods and all those type of like streetwear brands and stuff, and I wanted to just kind of use that money and use that like clothing brand to basically kick launch the actual studio, like basically to fund the studio, if that makes sense. So that was like the whole idea behind it. Like I didn't start it to just like make money or anything. Like it was like cool to make money from it, but like I did not sell out. Not one thing sold out. I did not market it very well. I feel like I set it up very well. Like it was very attractive brand, and that's what I'm good at. Like I can make your brand look so good in that like literally everybody will like think about it, but when it came down to the product, it just wasn't there. Like the quality wasn't there, the design wasn't there, and so it was lacking some parts, and I was not inspired by trying to go that route because it's not the end all be. It's not that connected to the end all be all. Now, cancel that out. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna release some hats. Girl, we never got to that. Okay. Now that y'all are caught up, I can explain to y'all the why. So like I said, I'm very passionate about creativity and helping others out, and just kind of really wanting my own place to create and allowing a space for others to create. So, and I know that sounds different from Pure 59 Studios, which it is. So basically, I started Fits All Agency. I want to eventually buy a studio. I know that the first one won't be large, but the second one will. And I will keep scaling and scaling from there. But my why is to help others and creatives have space to create freely without thinking about how they gonna get this, how they gonna get that, and budgeting and all this stuff. And I know that does not sound profitable. Okay, not the fly again, but I know that doesn't sound profitable, but trust me, like the profit is going to come for everything else. Some brands and some other agencies and studios that inspire me are PG Lang by Kendrick Lamar. You have Hubble Studio. Hubble Studio is exactly what I kind of want to do as far as like the scale, the size, what they're doing. They have their own studio services that they offer. So if you want to hire their team to kind of do their work, it's almost like, oh, just go through the studio people to get your like e-commerce workshop or whatever. I want to basically use the studio and the work that we do at the studio to inspire others, but also be able to hire a lot of other creatives that don't get seen, don't get to get the opportunity, but also allow space for people to grow and create. But all in all, my why just lies in the fact that I really, really, one, I want to create for myself. And not just for myself, but I want to create without the boundaries of being under a company and trying to be creative. It's so hard. Like, we don't talk about that enough. And not saying that having a client will not have boundaries, but it just hits different when you can book yourself, but not only book yourself, but book your friends, book your peers, like people that you know are really good and they just haven't had the access, they haven't had the space to be seen. And so that's definitely a big reason why I want to start this, because I have experienced the littlest of bit of working in the fashion industry, working in the commercial advertisement industry like that. And it's like, why does it have to be this hard? To create a space like this would be a dream, and I know I can do it. All right, so now that you're up to speed, you got the tea, you got the reason why, you got a little bit of my idea. I haven't spilled everything, but you got to keep it. Now, I have Fits All Agency, and I am working on getting clients. I opened up last month, I opened up 2 months ago now, launched. I've only had displayed mock projects. I've been networking, going to networking events, trying to go to other places and stuff like that, but I haven't been able to really connect with a client yet and really be able to have a client that's like willing to pay or anything like that. So, it is what it is. This is just the real life. My next steps are just kind of scaling the business. I am just working on basically getting a lot of stuff in our portfolio, getting equipment, because I have to get stuff all over again. Like, the only thing I have is lights. I just got this camera. I don't even have an actual, I use the phone tripod for this camera. Just stuff like that. Like, we're literally at ground zero, and that's okay. But I feel like this would be so fun to kind of just explore this and let y'all in on my little diary of building a business. So I hope you guys stay tuned to the upcoming videos for this. I hope they inspire you. And if you are interested in booking with Fits All Agency for your brand, or you know somebody for your brand, with this video alone, I will be offering 20% off of services till the end of the year. That means 12/31/23, babe. So don't come here later and you're late. Okay? Please don't forget to subscribe, to stay tuned to all of this. Have a good one. Peace.